What up, what up? We are live from the 920 studios here in Princeton, New Jersey. You're going to try something new here. So I've got my audio recording over here to the right, and I've got my video recording myself. Now I'm going to take the video out of this, or the audio out of this, and try to sync it up with this. So we'll see if this works, and my voice will sound all kinds of sexy. So Philly 500 and I were supposed to do a Bitter Dingbats today. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for us. Hangouts was being a pain in the ass. But we were doing a Q&A show, and unfortunately, we couldn't answer any questions. But I will answer one right now, because there was one that popped out at me. And shout out to Foolish Demon for this. So he asked, what is the biggest hurdle that the Eagles are going to have to overcome this season? And, you know, that's such a great question, because the truth of the matter is that the Eagles are even better this year than they were last year. You had a guy like Michael Bennett. You get more explosive at wide receiver, Mike Wallace, to add to that mix. He's better than Torrey Smith, in my opinion. You're getting Sidney Jones this year. So you got more talent. But here's the thing, though. The NFL as a whole is going to be getting better, too. Because if you remember last year, injuries just decimated the entire league. Odell Beckham, J.J. Watt got hurt. The big one in the NFC was Aaron Rodgers messing up his, I think it was his collarbone, correct? And unfortunately, Green Bay couldn't make the postseason. So because of that, the Eagles didn't have to face a lot of the elite quarterbacks in the postseason. And it reminds me so much of the Warriors' first NBA championship that they won in this recent dynasty back in 2015. If you remember, during that year, they also had a postseason run where, you know, they kind of got lucky a little bit. When they played the Cavs in the finals, Kevin Love got hurt. Kyrie Irving got hurt. And they didn't have to worry about that. They didn't have to worry about playing teams that were at full strength. Now, the difference between that and the Eagles is, well, the Eagles, they never had to face Aaron Rodgers. They didn't face Russell Wilson. Seattle didn't make the postseason. The two teams that I wanted them to play, Minnesota and Atlanta, that was their road to the Super Bowl. Because I had my doubts heading into the postseason, because there were some matchup problems. I don't know if they would have beat New Orleans. But they went out. They got past Atlanta. You know, that was the first thing that happened. That was the first ball that dropped, was Atlanta beat Los Angeles the week prior. And they got to play the Falcons instead of having to face the Saints. So sometimes you got to get a little lucky in the postseason. But where does that lead to now? Okay. Well, the Eagles' biggest hurdle to overcome this season, it's competition. Because the guys like Aaron Rodgers are going to be fully healthy this year. You're going to have to deal with some good quarterbacks again. And maybe this postseason you won't avoid them. Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, these are the guys that scare me. And you look at how you can beat that Eagles defense. They pressure with that front four. They drop back 7. Quick release. Get the ball out quick so you can negate the pressure. That's how you beat the Birds. That's what Tom Brady did in the Super Bowl. Threw for over 500 yards. But good thing we had Nicky Foles on our side, because they matched up the Patriots score for score. So that's the thing. It's the Eagles are better. Carson Wentz, we'll see how he handles that knee. But the competition is also going to be better throughout the NFC. And, you know, going back to the Warriors and Cavs thing, we could be seeing a situation here where we could be seeing the Eagles and Patriots match up in the Super Bowl for the next couple seasons. So I think this is like a fair comparison, because the Warriors got lucky with some injuries during their first title run, but that first title run set them up for that dynasty, because playoff experience is imperative. And not only did the Eagles get playoff experience, they won the goddamn Super Bowl. They're invincible. They feel invincible right now. And just like the Warriors, I mean, you can go up 10 at halftime against them, and then they go on that third quarter surge. They took over in the second half, and then boom. The other thing in the Eagles' favor, too, is Doug Peterson took such a huge step last year. So he heads into his third season, and I think he's got everything down. he kind of struggled to start, didn't run the ball a lot. But once that Denver game came and he put up a 50-burger on that Broncos defense, his confidence soared, and his game plans from then on were pretty flawless. And obviously we saw what he did with Nick Foles in the postseason. So this is such an exciting time, obviously, for the Eagles. But knowing that the competition is going to be better this year, that's what I'm curious to see is the competition's better. If you face Aaron Rodgers, you face Drew Brees in the playoffs, those are the matchups that I want to see against the Birds. And, you got a guy in Carson Wentz that can match these guys score for score if you need to. And these defenses at New Orleans and Green Bay, obviously not the caliber of what Philly's is. So that's the biggest hurdle. To answer that question, it's competition. It's competition because it's going to be better. And I think the Eagles will be up to the task. And I think we're going to see Patriots-Eagles again in the Super Bowl. And the Eagles might win it again. So that's it for here. Quick little video here. I'm going to see if this works out or not, if the audio did get synced up. But I got to produce in a little bit, so can't go here too long. Those are my thoughts on that particular subject. And if this does work out, I'm going to be doing a little bit more of these because, well, I got a microphone, and my voice sounds sexy as hell. All right. Yeah, I kid. But, yeah, I'm out of here. Take care.